Hello everyone, welcome to the second week of getting good at Guilty Gear Strive. I'm honestly pretty excited to share my progress from this week and just kind of what I did and how it all went. So, yeah, I'll get into that shortly. But first, I would like to say thanks to everybody who watched that first video. That got so much support, and I'm very thankful for everybody who watched it. I got a bunch of super kind comments and people telling me what to do in the Elphelt matchup, which is something I specifically asked for in that first video. And as the time of my recording, that video just hit 1,000 views, which is really awesome, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for the people who watched that first video. If you haven't seen it, I will link the playlist that I'm putting these videos in the description if you want to go watch that first. But yeah, I'll get right into the week 2 review. All right, so I'm just going to hop right into week 2 then. So to start off week 2, I made a list of the things I wanted to improve on for my first week playing, which I think is a good thing because now I get to mark off things that I feel like I did improve on and the things that I definitely still need to improve on. So the list included learning combos, fixing my jumping habit, using 214S against projectiles, getting better with the 214K dash, learning the matchups against characters like Elphelt, Slayer, and the other DLCs I'm not very good against, using my super out of disadvantage less, and learning block strings and new mix-ups. So out of this list, the one thing I really wanted to focus on was breaking my habit of just jumping in at my opponents, because I noticed that as I played against better players and tried playing against some floor 10s and Celestials, that I would just get 6P'd every time I jumped. So that was something I really tried to dial in on and not do as much, but I definitely didn't fully break this habit, and this isn't something that I think I can cross off. I will say I definitely got better this week. Um, so at the time of recording, I moved up from floor 7 to floor 8. So I've been doing pretty decently on floor 8. I'm honestly still getting crushed by Elphelts, which seems to be what everybody's playing for some reason. So I'm trying to get better at that matchup still, and it's definitely not going as poorly as it did before. So I really think that learning matchups is just kind of about figuring out when you can interrupt their block strings, as well as what buttons you can use to shut them down in neutral. So I've been trying my best to learn when to interrupt against Elphelt, and I realized that it's kind of hard with ABBA. I think that I need to just try and use my dash through or my 2P to try and break the sequences. But if she gets that Rekka going, I kind of just have to guess, which has been pretty brutal for me, but I think I'll keep improving on the matchup in the future. So, besides learning matchups, I really wanted to get better at knowing certain combos for situations, as well as hit confirming them, because I kind of just kept missing my combos in week 1, and it was pretty annoying because I would miss out on big damage or an opportunity to gain back some Jealous Rage meter. So, this week I definitely worked on making sure that I hit confirmed every combo, and I think I improved quite a lot. It's kind of hard for me to show that in gameplay because it's just me actually hitting my combos, but I would like to point out the fact that I definitely improved at that this week. So learning block strings and pressure is something that I think is really important in fighting games, but I've just kind of been putting off in Guilty Gear Strive because I didn't want to learn anything character specific. But now I'm playing ABBA and I finally learned the pressure. So I learned a little bit about which moves are plus, which moves reach better in certain situations, how you should pressure, especially in normal mode. I watched a video about that, which I will link in the description, because I think it was super useful, and a massive shout out to the guy who made that video. So that resulted in me actually getting some hits on better players when in normal mode, not just in Jealous Rage. So it really felt like the block pressure was me actually putting down the skill and not just ABBA being insane in Jealous Rage. So as you can see, this gameplay you just watched was me actually ranking up to the 8th floor. I had been on the 7th floor for the entirety of the week before I played these games. Most of my week was focused on just improving instead of actually upping my rank, but it is nice to see some tangible evidence of you improving. So now I think it's time for me to get into the section of the video where I actually watch gameplay and kind of talk about my thought process while I'm playing. So hopefully that will lead to you guys being able to give me some advice in the comments after. I think that it's really important for me to show my gameplay, to, show improvement and also show what I do wrong. So you're currently watching me playing against a Bridget, and honestly, I don't really think I'm doing that bad. This is actually my first time playing against a Bridget since I picked up ABBA and started playing again. So that entire week one and week two, this is the only Bridget I played against. And this is on the 8th floor ranked. So I was, obviously a little bit stressed. I wanted to do well, but I was not very good at understanding how to block the zoning. I don't really even think this person was that good of a Bridget player, but I was definitely getting hit by her super long normals. And I think that this can be a really tough matchup to deal with if you don't play it exactly right. So yeah, I'm kind of just blocking, trying to weave some normals. I get a cute little block string here. Nothing really comes of it. They just kind of block it all. I get them in the corner, but then they get out pretty easily because they hit me with the normal. I get caught by some normals there, almost die. Um, get a little block string. I definitely could have gotten a punish on the yo-yo roll move, but I just didn't. And then I react with a super, and I go in to try and secure the kill, but they jump right over the 236k and then land on me and kill me. So the next bit of gameplay I have is me playing against a Ramlethal, and the reason I chose this is to showcase the block strings that I learned. So as you can see, I'm doing close slash and far slash into the key grab, and then that's helping to maintain my plus frames. So you can see I catch them there with the 5k, and then I'm able to get a little confirm, maintain my pressure, and then get into Jealous Rage, which I get countered with a super because this is just a random match. And then I counter with my own super and take the game here with a nice little wall break. So yeah, I kind of thought that round was a little funny, but also a good showcase of me using my block strings. All right, so here it is. Everybody's been waiting for it if you watched the first week's video. Another gameplay of me getting absolutely cooked by an Elphelt. I don't know what it is. For some reason, she just absolutely cooks me every time I play against her. And also, I think this was at like 1 a.m. and I was low-key tilted because I just lost like 3 games in a row to a different Elphelt. So I just kept getting caught doing stupid stuff. And then I just feel like her combos last for so long and just deplete all of my Jealous Rage meter. So it just feels super rough to deal with. Yet again, if you have any tips for dealing with Elphelt, leave them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. And because I think I just really need the help. But as you can see, I do a pretty decent job of keeping the pressure down, but then I get deflect shielded and then comboed across the entire screen, and somehow I'm in the other corner. I don't know. That's one thing I find really annoying about Elphelt, but it's not like I hate her. It's just really tough to deal with for me right now. That was just me being super impatient, honestly. I deserve that. And I think that's pretty much just the entire game. Like I think I just lose here. Not a very fun match to show, but I think it's important to showcase that not everything is me improving. There has to be some struggles in between as well. And one of those struggles is getting cooked by a certain character I don't understand very well yet. All right, so honestly, I'm only including this because I think it's kind of funny. But after I lose that Elphelt match, almost immediately after, I have a screen recording of me looking into Elphelt counterplay. And I just kind of thought that was funny because I definitely was really tilted after that match and did not understand how to play against this character. But I think that looking at this guide right here definitely helped me out. It's in the official Guilty Gear Strive Discord if you want to look at it, but I just thought it was kind of funny. So here's gameplay of me playing against a Celestial level 1513 Kai in the open arena. I don't really have much to say about this gameplay. I just thought it would be kind of funny to have on while I talk in the background because he decimated me absolutely. So yeah, just to kind of round out the video, I think this was a good week for improvement, honestly. I felt a lot of improvement in terms of my neutral and block strings, especially. I didn't really learn any fancy new combos or tech, but I definitely felt more confident with my buttons and getting around and doing the right options. Don't get me wrong, I definitely still got cooked a lot and absolutely demolished by a lot of people while I was playing, but I think I'm definitely getting better, and I honestly can't wait to see what happens next week, because I think that that's going to definitely be another spike in improvement. If I got to floor rate this week, who knows what'll happen next week, you know? Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about playing matches with people. I mentioned that I wanted to play matches with people, but then I didn't really give a way for us to play matches. So that's kind of on me. But I think what I'm going to do is start doing some live streams occasionally throughout the weeks. And then if you happen to, you know, catch said live streams, we'll definitely play some games. So yeah, I think I'm going to do a couple live streams throughout the weeks. None will be super long because I have a bunch of real life stuff going on throughout these next few weeks. But I think that it will be a great time to improve and play some matches with some viewers. So if you're interested in something like that, you know, feel free to subscribe and stay tuned for whatever streams I do. I'll probably do them here on YouTube, and if I decide to do them on Twitch or anything else, I will mention that in a future video or in a different video that I make in between the weeklies. If the live streams are a little bit inefficient for people, I'm honestly considering making a Discord server as well. I don't really know if anybody would actually want that, but if you guys are interested in a Discord server, feel free to leave a comment. I would honestly be totally down to have one and make one. And yeah, that's about all I have to say for this video. If you have any tips or advice for me in the comments, I would appreciate you telling me them. All the comments and advice I got in the last video were very useful, and I was happy to see them and reply to them. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Getting Good at Guilty Gear Strive video, where hopefully I'm the #1 ABBA, because I'm different like that.
It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night.
Within the inner heart of plead for you to talk to me. I wanna hear the good and bad, your stories you have. As I drift across the sky, the overhead turns high.